Hey everybody, welcome to the final episode of Final Fantasy episode Duscae 2.0. Final Fantasy 15 episode Duscae 2.0. You may be asking yourself, why has it been so long since the last episode of this? Well, it's not really a long or complicated story, it's a pretty normal one. It's called This Summer Was Really Busy and Hectic for Me. Actually, before I get into that really fast, I'm going to play a clip here while we're on this loading screen. Last time I recorded this, I leveled a bit and then went to camp to save, and prayed that they wouldn't, start one of the buddy missions immediately after I got out of camping, and it did, so this played. So there you go. That's that. That's what we're going to be doing now we are in. See, we're on a mission with Gladiolus here. Appreciate the help. See, I'm looking for this brooch. Is this about fashion advice? Would I be asking you if it were? I don't remember the controls. Have not played this in months. Yeah, exactly. So I haven't played this in a month. Oh, team up with Gladiolus. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Are we good to go? We're good to go. Okay. Yeah, have not played this in quite some time because, hold on. Ooh, there's some frame rate stuff there. Which buttons do what? I'll fight you just to get back used to the controls again. Ah. I'm gonna take me a while to remember how to play this game. Oh well. Anyway, basically this summer was just very, very busy for a number of reasons. Not only video stuff, but one of the main things was I was taking a summer class, and that wound up eating a lot of... I didn't have time to work on video stuff as much as I wanted to. There was a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done this summer that ultimately just did not happen. Oh, hold on. Give me something. I gotta remember all the controls. I don't know what does any. I don't know what anything does anymore. Oh well. This freaking lock-on system is awful. Oh my god. Seriously, why is it just let me press a button? I know I've complained about this before, but it's by taking a huge break from it, I'm reminded of how terrible this is. I have to stop what I'm doing of hitting. My finger's already perfectly placed over R1 to press the button. But instead, I have to stop fighting and move to press another button. God, I know I complain about this all the time. It hasn't stopped being stupid in my absence. Anyway. Why can't I do the... Never mind. Anyway. Yeah, so... basically, this summer was a mess. I'm sure some of you have been able to tell simply by virtue of the fact that it took me 3 weeks between doing the Hades Cup to releasing any more of Kingdom Hearts, and also Final Fantasy VII got put on hold for quite some time. Well, actually, there's a number of factors contributing to this, but we actually finished filming Kingdom Hearts, like, back in June, actually. I believe. Was it June? Come on! Phone hasn't rung all day. Rings, 10 times in the last 2 minutes. I'm gonna ignore it. Alright, it's finally stopped. Very nice. God, I was gonna talk about stuff during this episode. I really should have written down what I was gonna talk about. Look, the general point is that this summer was really, really busy. There were quite a few things that I wanted to do, including, but not limited to, playing more of Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy VII, and Final Fantasy Type O, and of course finishing this. Other than the summer class, the main thing that ruined that was E3. And that may sound weird because you're saying, Jacob, what are you talking about? You barely did anything for E3. Yeah, I was gonna do a lot more for E3 though. My original plan, in the days following E3, was gonna be. Let me put it this way, I really want to diversify this channel, because I've mostly just done Japanese stuff, and of that, it's almost entirely been Square Enix-related stuff, and I'm honestly not that much of a Square Enix fanboy. I'm not, there's other things that I like, that I'd love to talk about, that I haven't been able to, so I've been planning on letting E3 kind of be my easy, hey, let's do some stuff to diversify, videos. Let's start over there. On it. And I had been planning on doing, in addition to analysis for Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15, I had wanted to do analysis for Star Wars Battlefront, and analysis for the Uncharted 4 trailer. Not those are the only things at E3 that I'm interested in, just I decided to do those. Those would be fun to do. The Battlefront, and then I was too busy with... Oh, I'm sure she dropped it around here. I don't see it anywhere. Did you forget brooches don't grow on trees? Keep your eyes down, Noct. Because I was so busy with summer classes, with a summer class, not summer classes, other stuff going on, just a lot of stuff. The summer's actually a weirdly busy time for me. Hey, look, thing. And in addition to that, the Final Fantasy, as you guys observed, the Final Fantasy VII video and the Kingdom Hearts video took long enough to make on their own. when E3 was happening, I was already busy doing the complete story of Kingdom Hearts video. Just in general, nothing worked out the way that it should have this past summer. Kingdom Hearts wound up having to go on hiatus, partly because I hadn't edited all of it yet, and also because, basically, Joey, since anything that Joey is in with me, he reviews first. Just to make sure there's nothing that he says, no, please cut that, get rid of that. I have never passing here gives me the creeps. I can still feel Deadeye. I can never forget to look on your face when he let out that huge roar. When you just ran over your foot with the regalia. Anyway, I've never once had him say, oh, this is sensitive, I shouldn't have said this during the Let's Play, please remove this. I've never once had him say that, but I just like to give him I want to give him, the first right of refusal, if you will, to say, no, please go back and remove that. So, he has to review everything first, and he is always on time with that kind of stuff, so it's not his fault that anything got delayed. It was my fault for, oh no, hold on. The freaking glowy thing is so annoying. I've had more time to think about this since then. It's so poorly designed. Stop what you're doing. Stop playing the game. Run to the glowy circle to continue playing the game. Anyway. Joey isn't a problem at all. It's just that I've mostly been busy. I haven't had time to prepare stuff to release. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Yeah, okay. Here we go. Haven't had time to just, prepare stuff to release on time. There's not much more to say than that, honestly. The summer was just really busy and I didn't get anything done. Which brings me to a few more things. My second year of college is now starting up. Classes will be starting for me in a couple of days. Guess what? That means I'm going to be even busier than normal. And here's the thing. I like doing the Let's Plays. They're a lot of fun for me to film, and I think a lot of people have fun watching them. You guys seem to have fun with this series. People are having, thanks to the Kingdom Hearts video, the entire story thing, the Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays viewership has skyrocketed, which is great. But here's the thing. As much as I like doing this, and as I've said before on this channel numerous times, doing a week, 2 weeks worth of this takes approximately of Let's Plays, that is, takes approximately the same amount of time as it does to do, I'm going on ahead, should be able to scan the area more quickly on my own. What? That makes no sense! What? No, never mind, I forgot. So, anyway. Spooky in here. We're gonna run into Yoda. Anyway, the point is that, while I can make a lot more Let's Play content than I can, those edited scripted videos, just as how that works, how long it takes to make those specific types of videos. I've been willing to keep doing those because I feel like I can continue to create content that way much faster than I could otherwise. Spent a lot of time searching for this old thing, assuming that's the right brooch. Didn't know this was such a hot commodity. What am I looking for? Join Gladio. Okay. Why? Ow! No. Don't. Ouch. Catch me! Here, I had to hit X 10 times before it responded. There we go. I'm going this way, right? Yeah, I'm retreating. Gladiolus, are you gonna pull me up out of here? No, I have to go the other direction, of course. He somehow got around the entire thing. Oh, look, something else. Nice. Antidote? Very nice. What's up here? This looks secretive. Oh, I got another cherished frog. Okay. That's the collectible thing that I have not bothered getting. Oh, they don't follow me in here. Very nice. I can kill this. I can kill them slowly. I'll use Tempest and really do some damage here. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Come on, guys. Whoa, I forgot about the whole, you can turn the stick in different directions and make him do backflips and stuff. And bam. Okay. Jeez, this is taking a long time to talk, because I have to focus on fighting at the same time, and again, I haven't played this in a long time. Basically, here's what I'm trying to get at, guys. While I love doing the Let's Plays, I'm gonna cut stuff. Essentially, the main thing I'm cutting right now is Type 0. Just because that's... Primarily because, guess what, I already finished filming Final Fantasy VII. Gonna be a while before it's released, but I've completely finished filming it at this point. Me and Joey finished it, a week ago or so now. And I'm enjoying playthrough Type 0, and in fact, there's actually like 2 episodes of it that I have not released yet. The main reason that is because when the update for Duscae came out, I said I'm gonna finish this and then continue releasing Type 0, right? But then E3 happened, and I said I'll finish all the E3 stuff I want to do before I continue Duscae, and we all saw how well that went. Haha, stupid. Alright, this should be fun. I can't see a thing. This guy is getting cut. Here's the thing. I know that a lot of you are really enjoying that one, but it seemed like a lot of people in the comments were saying they were already playing it themselves, honestly. So it was just difficult for me to gauge like if I was having people watching it blind or not, which is what I would prefer personally. But not that it's important. I mean, not that it's like, you know, that's the deciding factor. But anyway, the general point is this. If you guys really want to see more of Type 0, and I'm gonna film like one more episode of it and say this in Type 0 as well, so that people there have time to respond to it. If you really want to see more of it, I might finish filming it like this winter when I don't have anything else to do. But just in general, I would prefer to maintain a consistent schedule if at all possible. That's something I'd really like to do, and basically. Hold on. Type 0 is going to be very hard to maintain that as I'm going through college, I think, and other stuff that I'm doing coming up here. So I'm going to drop that for now, just because I don't want to become a slave to maintaining this, but I also don't want it to drop off just because I'm in college. I know that sounds weird. Like, I want to be able to maintain a consistent schedule, so I want to set some reasonable goals for myself. Additionally, I would really like to do other stuff other than Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts and Japan. And another Final Fantasy playthrough right now is probably just not really something that I particularly am urgent to do. In fact, other than continuing with Kingdom Hearts, going forward here, other than continuing with Kingdom Hearts, I'm probably going to take a break from Japanese games in general, honestly, guys. Just, I'm going to keep doing the Kingdom Hearts series, probably at least through Chain of Memories, possibly into Kingdom Hearts 2 and others, but at least into Chain of Memories. But after I finish Final Fantasy VII, I really just want to take a break from Japanese games for a while. That's basically all I've done on here, with the exception of Life is Strange, which I stopped doing very quickly. But anyway, again, if people really want to see more of Type 0, I might go back and finish it in the winter, but just in general, I don't want to, like, you know, if I'm at home from college and can film something, I don't want to, if I'm sitting down and going, man, it'd be great to make some scripted thing, oh, but I need to, you know, film more Type 0. And again, making a ton of Type 0 is faster than doing those scripted videos, but it's just like, if I'm trying to maintain a schedule for that, I know I'm just sitting here in this corner fighting these guys, but this is a lot of fun. I know that it's whoa, Noctis, calm down. I know that it's easier, like I said, to do these than it is to do the scripted videos, but all the same, I just want to give myself the opportunity to do other stuff, and I think that maintaining multiple Let's Plays is going to be hard enough without that one additionally. So, anyway, I don't want to do an update video, so it may seem like I'm doing an update video in the middle of this, and it is, but I don't just want to do an update video for something like this. But anyway, here's the basic plan going forward, for anybody who cares. I'm going to finish, this is the last episode of this, obviously. I'm going to finish Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts will be finished relatively soon, Final Fantasy will be finished after that. Then, one other Let's Play is going to come out. Can't tell you what it is yet. It's already, at this point, it's already entirely filmed. It's a relatively short game. It'll probably take like 2 weeks or so to air the entire thing. That is going to come out, and then immediately after that is over, I'm going to, immediately after that is finished, we're going to do, Joey and I are going to start releasing Chain of Memories, the next Kingdom Hearts game. And then from there on out, I'm pretty sure I'm only going to do, at least for now, this plan might change in the future, I think I'm only going to do one Let's Play at a time. Because, again, even though I've proven, I think, that I can maintain multiple, and I can do it relatively well, I can maintain them all, I just don't need to. It was kind of a challenge to myself to see if I could continue to do that quality at level of that amount of content, and I can. I've proven that to myself now, and at this point, I'm questioning what the returns are from it, you know? Noctis, that's the air, man. Once again, the targeting system. Wouldn't it be great if there's a soft lock-on system so I could see which enemy I'm targeting at a time? But instead, Noctis just goes after some designated target, and I don't know who it is. I'm never gonna stop whining about the targeting system in this game. They better freaking fix it. I'm serious. Anyway. So at least for a while, I'm only going to do one Let's Play at a time, just because it'll give me more opportunity to do other things. And I'm also going to film as much in advance. Like I said, the thing that's going to come out after Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII probably won't be done for another month. The Let's Play that's going to come out after that is already filmed. That way, I can get it all edited ahead of time, and it's just much easier to maintain that schedule. But anyway. And just for reference, in case you're wondering, since we're sitting here playing Final Fantasy 15, when 15 comes out, I'm going to do a Let's Play of it no matter what. Doesn't matter if I'm already running another Let's Play. That one probably won't get paused or anything. I'll just, you know, that'll be the point where I say, okay, well, I have to do 2 Let's Plays now. Oh, well. But yeah, I will play Final Fantasy 15 when it comes out, don't worry. Even if the game winds up being terrible, I will still play it. We'll just spend our time discussing all the ways that it's terrible instead of, you know, celebrating its final, you know, finally returning to the, I don't know, that way that sentence is going. Anyway. Noctis, please. That's right. I had the manual dodge, I forgot. Again, I'm racking up a lot of experience from this, though. That little hole is very nice for this. I wonder if you can come in... You probably can't get these guys to spawn regularly like this. Oh, well. That little hole was wonderful, though. It's like, just keep attacking me unsuccessfully. Alright. Gladiolus, you with me now? I'm really doing fine, Gladiolus. It's okay. Where are we going now? Let's go back to that exact same corner, Gladiolus. Come on, follow me. Follow me, man. I know where we're going. Oh, wait, never mind. It's over. Darn. Oh, well. Thanks, Noct. I owe you one. Anyone besides us looking for that old thing? I don't know if she's looking, but she'll be happy that I found it. Great. Alright. Are we supposed to leave now? Very good. Alright. We can't go back to the Deadeye space camp. I guess we can, because we can slide back through the other direction, so I guess we can. Alright, let's just head out. I don't want to return to Rest Point the way that it's telling me to, because honestly, that takes, like, even longer, you know, the going into the menu and waiting thing. But anyway, what was I going to say? That's basically all the update-related stuff, other than I want to do non-Japanese, non-Square Enix stuff, and hopefully you'll be seeing that more. Again, the Let's Play that I'm doing after Chain of Memories and Final Fantasy VII ends is very different, I think, from me. Most of you will probably be very surprised that it's like, wait, that's weird for him. I also hope that you'll watch it, especially if you haven't played the game in question, because if you haven't played it, you probably have some presuppositions about it, and then hopefully you'll be surprised. I promise you it's a good game. Very good. Probably one of my favorites. But anyway, where was I headed? We're trying to leave, right? Yeah, we were leaving. That's correct. Whee! Oops. Man, my shins. Alright. That's basically all the update-related stuff, which means now we can talk about Gamescom! The thing you all were waiting for, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not too bothered by it. It's just... I've already talked about this a tad bit on Twitter. I know that sounds weird, because I don't like using Twitter, really. It's not my thing, but I used it a little bit. Gladiolus, where are you going? You okay? Hey, man. You alright? Alright, very good. Anyway. Here's the thing. I don't... Again, like I just said a minute ago, I'm not a huge fan... Like, I'm not a fanboy, really. So, the lack of stuff... And we'll get into, like details in a second. The lack... For those who are already familiar with what happened, the lack of information at Gamescom doesn't really bother me that much. It really doesn't. It doesn't bother me that much. What bothers me much, much more is that somebody working at Square in their marketing department said, yes, I am okay with this. I don't get it at all. It's like, again, well, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'll get into details in a second, but for anyone to run that piece of marketing. I'm just honestly left more befuddled than angry. You'll know how it feels in 5 years. Oh, so he's 5 years older than Noctis, apparently. Or we're joking, who knows. Yeah, Gladio! Well, let me see it then. Where is it? Hey! Was that a glitch? Or did you actually see something? Well, yeah, duh. We're already going there. I wish you could disable this focus thing. They made it a little bit better by having you have to press a button prompt in 2.0, unlike in the first one where you just kind of did it. But, like, this is... Can I turn this off? Just... Okay, I guess I can't turn the camera away and then we're good. Never mind. I was just gonna make the prompt go away. But whatever. It's not break time, it's evening. We're going to sleep, bro. Alright, sweet. Whatever. Again, I'm not upset about the Gamescom stuff. I'm more just left confused that anyone said, hey, you can show that. It's just ridiculous to me. Carefully inspected the surrounding area. Prompto petted Chocobo. Again, you keep doing that, man. I'm confused as to who approved that, because it doesn't that trailer doesn't market anything. It informs a little bit about the tone, and debatably perhaps a little bit about the story, but for the most part, it just... Hold on, let's just go ahead and, Yeah, very good. Go! I had to hit X again, okay. How much did Noctis do? Not too much. Oh, well. Oh, another picture. Who the heck took that awesome picture? That picture is great, but one of the Sabertusks took it, not one of them. Anyway. That trailer informs tone, sure. It tells a little bit about the narrative, yes, but it does not in any way... Okay, I'm gonna sleep again and hope that I get, Yeah, rest. I hope that I get another one of the quest things. Just go! Go, guys. I don't care. Hurry up. It doesn't sell anything. I've seen some people who responded very positively to that trailer, but I'm left going... I feel like that trailer is a perfect neutral. Because it didn't really turn me off to the product, but it did in no way made me want to buy it more. It shows some drama, yes, but with no context. It shows emotions, yes, but I don't know these people. And, I mean, I don't know. I was like, giving it the maximum benefit of the doubt, I was like, maybe if I was a dad... Oh, I got something. Ignis? Can I hang out with Ignis? I want to hang out with Ignis! Wait, what? Found a good spot to watch the shooting stars. Don't forget to make a wish. Yeah! Ignis and me watching shooting stars! The hypest gameplay on YouTube! Stargazing point. According to our friend... Oh, sorry, I missed it. You sure what he was talking about? I wasn't reading the text, I forgot. We'll just have to wait until night falls to find out. Wah! I don't know. So I was like... I was giving it maximum benefit of the doubt, and I was like, okay, so maybe it's just... Maybe this would... I'd feel more important... I'd feel better about this if I had a son myself. So I showed it to my dad, and he was like, nope. He basically said, so that just means that they're, like, they're way behind in development and don't have anything to show yet. And I said, yes, you would think that. And then I showed him the Jump Festa trailer, and he was like, oh, okay, so, in other words, like, whoever approved that, or made that needs to be fired. That's a bit mean, but it's just, and he was, like, joking about that bit, but it's just like, I really don't get it. They talked about afterwards, because they're trying to explain themselves after, you know, the fallout happened. And Tabata basically said, the reason why, I think the reason why a lot of people were so upset was because they've been saying for, like, you know, 2 months, this is going to be the reboot of the marketing campaign, so people were expecting information blowout, and then we got absolutely nothing at Gamescom. And they defended it by saying, well, when we said reboot, we meant we were, like, starting from the ground up, like, trying to get new audience in, right? Like, trying to bring new people into it, people who hadn't been following it for the last 10 years or whatever, or even the last, like, 2 years. To which my response is, great. Did you really think that trailer would get new people into it? Like, the Gamescom trailer, not the Gamescom, the Jump Festa trailer tells way, way more about the plot. You know, okay, these guys are on the run after a city got sacked, and they're on the run, and they fight things, right? I can't even remember the last time I looked up at the stars. Hard to pull your eyes away from the bright city lights, I'd presume. Ignis, please. I'm just left thinking, like, that the new trailer doesn't tell you anything about the story. It tells you something bad is going to happen to this kid, and the dad is upset about it. Also, there's a blonde girl who maybe got abused as a kid, and a dog, and some soldiers. Again, it informs a little bit about tone, but not at all about a product. And I feel like with any piece of marketing, there is always an unspoken sentence at the end, and I haven't taken a marketing class, so perhaps somebody who works in marketing will be able to correct me, but I don't know. I feel like with any piece of advertising, even ones that are very, like, are not feature and benefit oriented, because there's some marketing that is very emotion oriented, stuff that is just around selling a mindset or selling, you know, it doesn't even, like, sell, for instance, stuff like, I'm trying to think of a good example. It might have been the old Michelin tire ads, I think it was Michelin, where it was like, there were several of these, it was just a baby floating in a tire out in the ocean, right, and it did nothing about features and benefits, just like, you know, if you're a good parent and want to keep your kids safe, then you buy Michelin tires. It's not features and benefits, but it sells an emotion and a mindset. But even in something like that, in something like old Coca-Cola ads, like the If I Could Buy the World a Coke thing, is that the song? I think that's way before my time. But anyway, like any of those pieces of advertising, there is always an unspoken sentence at the end of them that is, "Give me your money now." And if people wouldn't answer, "Yes, I will now give you whatever amount of money your product costs," then your marketing has failed. And I can't see anybody who, after that commercial, would say, "Yes, here, Book of Constellations you had, yes, that returned me to..." I guess I loved it a little too much. That's cute. Alright. I'm left going, like, after the E3 2013 trailer, I think people were sold. A lot of people, anyway. The Jump Fest trailer probably sold a lot of people. I can't imagine anybody who would watch the Gamescom trailer and nothing else and even be willing to... They might say, I'd like to learn more about this, but none of them would say, "Yes, I'm willing to pay $60 for this." So I feel like as a piece of marketing, it fails. Wait, oh, you just have to come back when it's nighttime. Okay. Alright, well, let's just run around for a little while then, I guess. Whee! I figured you just went there and it skipped to night. I figured there was going to be some kind of event and then it, like, you know, some kind of fight and then it would skip to nighttime. I was wrong, though. How's the... There we go. Anyway, for those who have no clue what I'm talking about, you could just look up the Jump Festa trailer to see oh no, the catastrophe that is. But basically, oh no, hold on. The glowy circle, you guys! Get to the glowy circle! Crosswind. Very nice. Aha. That one is still breathing. They're still breathing. Oh god. That was a Star Wars sound. Very nice. Oh, I can't wait for the new Star Wars movie. That was off topic. Anyway, for those who haven't seen it, the Gamescom trailer was a mess. Basically, they skipped E3. Final Fantasy 15, that is. And Tabata said the reason was they said we don't, like, because they were doing this. Okay, if we're lucky, we might be able to view the meteor shower for several days. Reminds me of all those times I tried sneaking out of my room to watch the stars. So this would make up for all those times you got caught. Basically, they skipped E3. And the reason being, they said, which makes sense, we were putting effort in, we were spending time on the demo, so we didn't have time to prepare anything to show. Which, that's a serious problem. Like, I mean, just preparing a demonstration for E3 can derail development for months. This demo probably took a lot more time. They did not have time to prepare stuff. That was completely understandable. I honestly would have been surprised if they had shown something at E3 after doing all of this. So, they instead said, but we'll come to Gamescom, at which point we will reboot our marketing campaign, right? And so people, they basically said, you know, we're going to reboot the marketing campaign, and it's going to be a straight shot to the finish. Like, we'll have the entire marketing plan mapped out all the way to the release of the game. Dangerous. Yeah. So they basically said, you know, that's where we will start, you know, the final push towards the you know, the finished product. So a lot of people figured, okay, so we're gonna get a release date then at Gamescom. I didn't ever know about that, but I was like, we're gonna start pushing this with more, you know, less convention-y trailers and more we could run these on TV, you know, if we shortened them a bit, trailers, that kind of stuff, right? That's what I assume they meant by, you know, pushing forward with it. And there's a bunch of things they meant by that, but anyway. Point is, they built that up pretty decently, or at least you could say that fans misconstrued the statements and built up what they were promised more than they actually did, but whatever, we're not going to get into that. He said, she said type of stuff. Oh, crud, wrong button. There we go, that time. Wah! Wah! Name of that big star in the east, it came up, wait, let's see. Your Slipping Highness, I'd be happy to tell you if you can't remember by nightfall. I'm sure it'll dawn on me by then. So this is nice. It's literally just wander around for you know, an in-game day, and the characters talk to each other. I'm okay with this. Let's have spent looking at the sky. I've never seen a shooting star. That could change tonight. Any idea what you wish for? Easy. More wishes. Anyway. Yep. Zip. Boop. Boop. Alright. What else about Gamescom? Anyway, so the thread on NeoGAF about the presentation was actually a Final Fantasy XV at Gamescom, CNN reporting live from the disaster scene. Because this is basically what happened. They released a trailer, like, about 12 hours before the presentation. And the trailer, for those who haven't seen it, consists of some text that says stuff like, Ebony is the billboard around here, isn't it? Where is it? I know it's in the maybe it's not in the demo, but in the full game there's a billboard that says Ebony. What is Ebony? I want to know what that is. That's the most interesting thing you guys have said so far. I've been looking at that billboard for like months. I want to know what it means. Tell me what Ebony is. What is Ebony? Oh well. Evergreen Oaks. Or, yeah, that's an E. That's an E. Tell me what that means, Ignis. Where is it? That's not it. Darn. Oh, well. Anything to talk about in here? Come on, you guys have got to comment on something in here, right? There's so much stuff! Look at all this stuff for you to comment on. Great Glacier Cola, right? That's good, isn't it, Ignis? Tell me. Is it good? Nothing? Alright, whatever. Oh well. I'll head over to the Wiz Chocobo Outpost. How about that? That sounds like a good place to go and find out things. Unless he has something to say about Sydney, but I doubt it. I don't want to get in. It's a bad time to get in. What was I gonna... Anyway. They released a trailer that has some text in it. The text basically amounts to saying... some bad stuff was going down. The son of Lucius was gonna have a bad fate, and his dad was super sad about it. That's basically what the text says. We see some scenes, then. We see a young version of Luna, the blonde chick, right? We see her being beaten up by a guy in armor and thrown to the ground. She kind of backs up defiantly on the ground, but obviously scared because she's a kid and he's a full-grown man in armor. We fade out, some text shows up. I did all the text from about the trailer. We see a dog. A dog is going through a town, and there are some. And I know the town is Lestellum, guys. I'm saying like functionally what the trailer shows. We see a blockade of some kind. There are cars being pulled over, and soldiers with machine guns are investigating the people inside. A dog wanders around through the town. We hear an explosion in the distance, some soldiers run, and a dog wanders off into town. Then, halfway through the 3-minute trailer, we come to young Noctis being held, sleeping young Noctis, being hugged by his father. Okay? And that plays for the next minute and a half. That's, if you've heard Hugging Your Son's Simulator 2016 or some variation of that, that's why you've heard that. That's what people are referring to. The view out here is going to be a hell of a lot better than the one back home. But your chambers offered the view of the finest buildings in the city. Unfortunately, all those buildings blocked out everything else. I was talking about the trailer, yeah. The last minute and a half is father hugging his son, and then we see some shifty figures in the clouds. And depending on which version you watched, if you watched the version that most of us did, it ends with a pre-order on Amazon now thing at the end. For the game that has no release date, that you just gave us that trailer. Nice job, idiots. But anyway, I don't know. Like, the trailer is not bad. That's the weird thing about it. None of the individual components of the trailer are bad, but they all add up to make a bad trailer. And I don't know. Some people liked it, but it's just not a good piece of marketing. If they'd shown it with something else, maybe. I don't know. If they'd shown it with a montage of combat from Duscae at the end, like, fans would have been upset still, but it would have made sense as a piece of marketing. That's the most... Because I'm not that upset about it, honestly. I know that I'm upset. It sounds like I'm upset anyway. I'm really not. I'm just befuddled by the decision-making. That's all. It's like, here's the thing. If only because I do this YouTube channel, I'm obligated to buy this game anyway, right? So, like, it doesn't matter to me. It's just confusing is all. I don't get it. Always wondering what a shooting star would look like in real life. Recall a rather artistic imp you did... I wish they wouldn't go so fast, because I can't read them all, but whatever. Look at this. That's Ignis's sprint is his normal run cycle, just accelerated, I think. That's a little bit, alright. I'm pretty sure that's what that is anyway. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, I forgot Deadeye's over here somewhere, isn't he? Let's steer well clear of him. I completely forgot. Man, by the time I get to Wiz Chocobo Post, it's gonna be nighttime. We gotta get all the way back across this map. I kind of want to see if Ignis will comment on anything over there, but I think I just need to head this direction, honestly. Let's head back this way. No, I don't know. What about Gamescom? Yeah, it's just confusing. It's just confusing. I'm serious. I'm more confused than I am mad. I'm not that upset. I'm just confused by the decision-making. It does not make sense to me. But anyway... Then, about 12 hours after the trailer, there was the presentation, during which there were some questions asked, and most of the questions, the answers were, please wait for more information. They talked a bit about combat design and gameplay stuff that they could actually provide some proper answers for. So yeah, we're not playing with English on, we couldn't understand any of that. Oh well. There we go. Done. Basically, they asked Tabata some questions, and almost all of them were, please wait for more information. The one that really got people riled up was one of the questions, because all the questions were taken from, like, Twitter and, like, you know, fans asking questions. Right? One of them was, so who's the mysterious black-haired lady? Should be able to get some pretty shots of the stars tonight. Better than ones you tried taking as a child. Would have been fine if someone had told me to take the lens cap off. Anyway. These guys keep ruining my train of thought. Anyway. So they basically said, so, yeah, people are wondering who this mysterious black-haired girl is. And they even showed, like, one of the Photoshops people did, where they took, like, the two kind of partial pictures and had Photoshopped them together to get a more complete image of her. And Savada basically said, oh yes, her. We can't say anything about her right now, but she's very important to the story. We just call her the black-haired girl on the development team, too. The NeoGAF therapist was like, they don't even have a name for her yet! It was, oh god, it was awesome. Anyway, once again, I'm confused and almost honestly more amused than I am angry about any of it. But anyway, so the thing is that you know the feedback had to be bad, because, like, the next day, because they basically, like they said, as for the release date, they basically said, we've decided the release date, we've decided the date that we will announce the release date, and we have decided the date that we will announce the announcement of the release date. So it's like, we know when we can tell you when you'll hear the release date. It's not yet, though, and also we know when the release date is and when we'll tell you the release date. And when we will tell you the release date. It was just, I know that that's like that's always how it is, but the way that they present it is just, it sounds bad. But anyway. So basically, you know that the response was bad because the next day in an interview, Tabata, somebody from Square Enix in Japan, had to call him and change what he was authorized to talk about so that he could say this, I'm sure. But basically he said, I can promise you you'll be seeing it before 2017, but it won't be coming out in 2015. So it's like, oh, okay, 2016. You're just not allowed to say that. Anyway, it was pretty funny. But, yeah, so if anybody out there is wondering why I didn't do any coverage of Gamescom, that's why. There was nothing to cover, guys. There was really nothing to cover. There was nothing of any importance to talk about. I mean, I don't know. There was stuff to talk about, but it was like all stuff that was covered in, you know, news. There was nothing to analyze. It was just what was said. I would have just been regurgitating statements, which I'm not going to waste my time doing unless it's leading into some kind of analysis, like I did with like the Kingdom Hearts video. I mean, like I do with all the analysis videos. I always talk about news a bit first. Oops. I messed up the rhythm because I was talking about news! I don't know why I did that. That was fun, though. Oh, no. Oh, that was a bad idea. He's moving. Why did I do that? Oh! That poor Sabertusk almost ran in the way, but not quite. Oh, nope. Didn't work. Get him! There we go. Boom! Oh no. Oh, the one other my favorite thing from the entire ordeal was basically in an interview. So people have been really complaining about Luna. I talked about this in a previous episode of this very series, actually, like how people have been saying like she's a weaker character because we only see her sitting in a chair or whatever. It's like just, and while I am inclined to agree with people, it's like, okay, so the important thing for them to present about her was her sitting in a chair looking resolute, whereas the important thing for them to present about Stella was her, you know, with a sword. It's kind of questionable, but again, people overreacted to that a little bit. I don't need to have that whole discussion again. If you've been watching this series of 2.0 videos, you already know my whole thoughts on that. But at Gamescom, Tabata talked about Luna a little bit, and he basically said she's a much stronger character than Stella. One of the other statements he made was, like, she has her own willpower and her own objectives, in fact, maybe Noctis is the one who will need saving, not her. And of course, when somebody says maybe, talking about stuff like that, it means, you know, it means, I don't want to spoil it, but that's what's gonna happen, right? So, very interesting statement. That apparently, Luna, a stronger character than Stella. Very interesting. What was more interesting was that they showed some concept art of the game, right? During a presentation where they were talking about the story a little bit. And they showed some... I hit square too early. They showed some art of Luna. This is my favorite part of the whole thing, dude. They showed some art of Luna. So now we've seen... we have now seen two shots of her sitting in a chair, right? One looking kind of determined, and the other one looking vaguely surprised, right? And then, in the Gamescom trailer... we saw her as as a young child, getting pushed down, possibly abused by a guy in armor. So not great representation there, right? So, then, during the presentation, and now a couple hours later, they were talking about, you know, how strong of a character she is. During the presentation, the piece of concept art that they choose to show for Luna is her daintily adjusting a flower in a flower pot. It was just... it's like, I don't know. If he says that she's going to be a strong character, it's like, why would they lie? They're not going to lie about that, I would like to hope anyway. I'll wait until the game to find out. Again, I'm not mad. I'm just amused that that's how they're choosing to represent her. It's very funny to me, personally. I find the whole thing highly amusing. Go down! Get him! I love Ignis's, like, spinning corkscrew move that he does there. It looks awesome. Oh, let's do this again. I won't mess it up this time. Oh, we're not even hitting the Garula! What are you doing? What are you doing, idiots? No! You screwed it up! Come on, come here. I'm getting targeted by one of these guys. Yeah. Get it, come over here, come on. Hurry up. Okay. Nice. Idiot. Get to the thing, get to the thing! Ah, Glowy's gone. How could this happen? Oh, I missed it. Oh, well. There we go. Come on. Nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, get to the Glowy. Get to the Glowy circle. Get to the Glowy circle. Stop what you're doing. Get to the Glowy circle. Break the flow of gameplay already. Do it. There we go. Alrighty, now let's get to the target. Let's go watch the shooting stars. This is going to be a little bit of a run, isn't it? This will probably wrap this up. I've said basically everything I wanted to say about Gamescom. Don't expect anything terribly exciting at PAX. TGS is probably where they're going to announce the release date and actually show a new, exciting trailer. Gotta hand it to you, Ignis. I can't believe you remember so much from when we were kids. Our past forms the foundation of our present. We mustn't forget that which made us into say. Stellar night, though. Pity the others aren't here to enjoy this. No reason we can't bring him back with us tomorrow. Very nice. I'm done? Alright. I'm gonna go to the caravan and get a scene there, because I haven't actually concluded a quest by going there yet. Hopefully they'll get a unique scene for going there. I know this wound up being kind of long, but I just wanted to release one episode and be done with it, basically. I don't know. Maybe this is going to be split into 2 episodes. I don't know, because this wound up being way longer than I expected it to be. I just wound up having more to talk about than I thought I did. But yeah. To recap everything that I talked about, basically, you're going to get 2 or 3 more episodes of Type 0, and then Type 0 is going to be finished, at least for now. Again, I might return to it later. I might not. It depends on you! And then, yeah. Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII are both finished filming. They're going to finish, something else is going to happen, and then Chain of Memories will happen. And hopefully I'll be able to work on things that aren't Square Enix related, finally. Rest, yes. Alrighty. Come on, guys, let's go. He grilled them for information. Bumbled about for a while. That sounds interesting. He bumbled about for a while. Whoa, who's that? Mystery Man, do you see that? You see that? That was crazy. Another one. They keep coming. We gotta get out of this crazy town. The walkers. Oh, very nice picture. Okay. Very good. Sounded like a different sound there. I don't remember that sound effect playing when we finished them before. Take the whole group to see the stars come out at night. Okay. I bet that's the that's totally the final one of all of this, isn't it? Where is everybody? Ohio! It's probably gonna say come back at night, and if it does say come back at night, then I mean I have nothing else to talk about at this point. I don't know. I'm probably forgetting something about Gamescom that I wanted to say, but it's not that whatever it was, it's probably not that important. I just figured I should talk about it a bit since like I'm not didn't do a proper video about it, but I'm sure people wanted to know what I had to what I had to say about it. Anyway, mostly I just complained about the targeting system in this game more, didn't I? The targeting system is still bad. I haven't changed my mind about that. Wah! And the glowy circle thing, I hope that's a little bit better integrated in the final game. I understand they wanted to put something in here to demonstrate... What? I think we saw that one before, actually, but of course we don't have the subtitles on, so we have no clue what they said. Yeah, Prompto. Shut up. Alright, hopefully this will not make me wait until night to do this, and if it does, then we will wait until night, and, yeah. No! Boo! Oh well. I guess we're... You know, it would be a good way to pass the time until night, and here we go. Alright, let's get out of the way, because if you get stepped on, if he steps on you, you're in trouble. Oh, this looks like a problem. Ignis, no! I, like, dove for him. It's like, no, please, don't be dead. So the good strategy for this is literally just to use, Rama on him, like, 3 times, or, like, 2 times or 3 times, because it doesn't drain all of his health. Which is stupid, by the way, but whatever. I hope this isn't how they're planning on handling, like, all of the, you know, secret boss... Oh, never mind, I'm dead, so it doesn't matter. Oh, well. That wasn't a good way to pass the time, it turns out. I should have gotten farther away. I wasn't even thinking about it. As I was standing there, I was like, I wonder if he'll step and still kill me, and he did. Oh, well. You know what? I think I am just going to kill the recording and pass the time, because it's not... I've seen footage of fighting the thing. It's not interesting. It's the same with fighting the behemoth. Somebody in the comments said it's like, it's just hitting a really healthy pinata over and over again and backing up the heal. There's nothing interesting about fighting the bosses. That you just hit them... I know that sounds weird, like it's what is different about any boss. Just you hit them a lot and you'll heal when you need to, but it's like... They just stand there and take hits, and they take so many of them. There's nothing interesting about fighting them. It's really a shame. Maybe the human enemies will be more interesting. Or maybe Nomura should have stayed on the project so we could make Kingdom Hearts-style bosses that are actually fun to fight. Anyway, I think I'm going to kill the recording, and we will wait until night to see the final scene of episode Duscae. Okay, finally dark. I hope this is... I can see the stars. Does the game think I can see the stars? I'd like to hope so. The game seems to be okay with it. It says, yes, you can see the stars. They actually visibly showed setting up the camera this time. Oh, this is the bit from the... So they showed the very ending of the demo in the trailer, just like Square Enix, to show the end of the game in a trailer. Seichi! That's stupid. Prompto's bad at things. He bumbled about for a bit. That's it? That's all I get? That's it? That's what I just waited like 30 minutes of real life for? Now I'm mad. Yeah, well, that was certainly anticlimactic. Sure, I'm glad I did that. Oh, well. So, yeah, that's all the Gamescom stuff. I guess, what else? Is there anything else I can say as well? I'm back over here? Oh, yeah, D23 Disney. Haha, for Kingdom Hearts. Anybody who expected anything surprising or great at that? It's funny to me that you expected something cool or great at that. Anyway, you'll get something at probably Tokyo Game Show and D23 Tokyo. Don't worry about it. But I was not expecting anything at the Anaheim one. Anyway. Again, don't expect anything at PAX. Hopefully Tokyo Game Show will get stuff for this game. I'm stopping Type 0. Sorry to disappoint anybody who really cared that much about that. Yeah. That's the end. Now I can maybe... I was about to say now I can play this for fun, but I guess I've pretty much exhausted everything I can do in it. Oh well. I'm gonna be too busy with college anyway, I guess. Whatever. This is probably coming out the day that I film it. Probably. Remains to be seen, I suppose. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Oh well. Guess what, guys? That's the end. I beat it in the game! You don't even need to buy the full version when it comes out in 2016. Because it basically has been confirmed, even though it hasn't been confirmed. You know. We discussed that whole thing. We already discussed that. Now I'm scrambling for an ending. I have nothing. I have nothing. Ending. Ending.